And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. Tyler Scott now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. That's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair, an eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making. That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from the 41. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Drew Tranquill brings him to the ground. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Komet's got it, left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's contained at the line for no gain. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have it on 3rd and 9. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. His work begins at the 31. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Bears pushing for a late spark before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. That one's incomplete over the middle. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So now they have 3rd and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hopkins on the slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They send the tight end in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How about that? First sack of the game, and it comes from an unlikely source right out of that secondary. And I think that played a part in just how he was able to get there, the disguise. They weren't expecting him to be sent on a blitz, and catching him off guard is exactly what enabled him to make that play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
And if you had another rushing play on your bingo board, you are correct. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this third quarter. They've got first down from the 31. Back to throw Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun handoff to Perine. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Woo! I am not sure we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back and was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You can give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them, but just flow to the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd and long. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First and 10 now from the 30. A handoff left for Swift. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Going run again with Swift. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw by Williams. Kmet brings it in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Williams on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Back to throw it. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Williams to throw on first. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Quick throw left side, complete. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got first down from the 31. Plowing up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs want to end it in regulation if they can. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Looking to throw it. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, before the snap, you know right before the snap you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. He'll look to throw it. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Give now to the running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. This game now resting on the attempt from Harrison Butker. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick is good, he got it! And that, folks, is your game winner! So score this a win for the Chiefs. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.